I'm Mrs. Kasonya, and I am happy to help you find the equation of a line that passes through this particular point in green that is parallel to this line in purple. So let's get started. To begin, we know that we need the equation of the line, so our end goal is to find an equation of a line. That's our end goal. Now, to find that equation of the line, we know that both lines are parallel. So when we know that two lines are parallel, that's something specific that we are going to look for. We know that the slope of this line is going to be exactly equal to the slope of the line containing our point over here. Well, we can't find the slope of this point, but we can find the slope of the line in purple. So how do we do that? We're going to isolate our y value here. And if we isolate the y, we'll have we'll have the slope-intercept form of an equation. So let's go ahead and subtract 5x from both sides of the equation in order to isolate that y. We've got that, those 5x's adding out to be 0, and we're left with a 2y on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side, we've got 5x minus 6. Go ahead and isolate that y. We're almost there. We need to undo the multiplication by 2 by dividing each term by 2. We bring down our equal sign. These 2's divide to be 1, and we're left with 1y. So we'll write the y once. And then the right-hand side, we have negative 5 halves x minus 6 divided by 2 is a 3. So now we've got slope-intercept form of an equation, which looks like this normally. Well, this says that anywhere the coefficient in front of the x is actually equal to our slope. So we know that our purple slope is negative 5 halves. Well, if our purple slope is negative 5 halves, that means that our green slope has to be negative 5 halves. Well, our point is to write an equation that goes through the point negative 2, negative 4. Well, we've got a point and we've got a slope in green. Well, what do we do when we have a point and a slope? We use the point-slope form of an equation. And what is the point-slope form of an equation? Y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. Not hard. So where do we get, we've got our slope. Where do we get our x1s and y1s? Well, glad you asked. The x1 is that first x in the point we've gotten. The y1 is the negative 4 there. So let's go ahead and plug those values in. We've got y minus a negative 4 is equal our slope, negative 5 halves times x minus our x1, which is a negative 2. Now, anytime you've got signs just kind of piled in on top of each other, like we have here, we've got our negative, 2 negatives on the 4 make a positive 4, 2 negatives on the x make a positive 2. So we're going to go ahead and distribute the negative 5 halves here and the negative 5 halves here and see how our equation is going to shape up. Right now we've got y plus 4 on the left is equal to distributing. We've got negative 5 halves x, well, 5 halves x plus our negative 5 halves times that 2 that's already there. The 2's cancel out, and let's see what that comes out to be. The y plus 4 remains y plus 4. Negative 5 halves x remains negative 5 halves x. Now, the 2's canceled out, and now we've got a negative 5 times 1 over 1 times 1, which is a negative 5. Continuing on, we are going to just clean this up a little bit, subtract 4 from both sides of the equation, and just move over here. We've got y on the left-hand side, because the 4's add to 0, equal our right-hand side of negative 5 halves x, because there's not another x term to add with it, but the negative 4 and the negative 5 add together to give us a negative 9. There is our equation of the line that passes through the